Well, we're on my spring creek, and we still got a goose protesting the fact that I'm here, but sucks to be him. They'll get over it. Anyways, we're down here, and yeah, there's a bunch of midges around, which is normal. No real hatches, even if we got a great day. Generally, we'll see some olives, but I haven't noticed any olives. And in this particular creek is loaded up with scuds. So we're going to do a little bit of scud fishing to get started. And basically I'm right now getting set up. I do fish scuds under an indicator. The reason is you know, if you try the old Euro nymphing techniques in here, the moss or the plant life is just going to eat you up and make it almost impossible to fish it. You'll be picking a lot of weeds. I'm going to be picking enough weeds as it is, using an indicator to control my depth. But I'm going to add a little bit of micro shot just to help punch the fly down quick, and then control the depth with the strike indicator. Once again, it comes under the old favorite heading of mine, the drift management device. But I want the scud to be about as close to the bottom as I can get it without having to constantly be in the weeds, because a lot of these scuds, when they move around, get dislodged, or as they're feeding, sometimes they'll start swimming around a bit. They're going to be just above that weed line, and that's where I want the fly to be. Scud fishing is a subsurface deal. Everything's up there. Now you just got to find my indicators. I got some someplace. At least in theory I got some someplace. I hope I do. And I'm going a little bit light because I know it's just going to be scud fishing down here. I hope I didn't leave my my floats behind. But anyways, I'll go over just here in a minute, and I'll go over precisely how I get set up. I just got to find my strike indicators. Found my indicators. That was traumatic. I just can't remember which pocket I stuffed them in. There they are. Anyways, as I was saying, I used the strike indicator to control my depth. I'm going to try this big giant white thing because my other color is an orange, and I prefer in the skinny water use a white indicator on my spring creeks. But if it's pretty heavy for the rod I'm using, the rod I'm setting up with is a 9-foot 3-weight. I started out with a 9-foot 5X leader, and then what I did is get unhangled here. I added on a chunk of my own 6X, and then to help get it down just above the knot, probably about maybe 24 inches. I added a little bit of weight. The weight looks pretty heavy, but it's that non-lead stuff, so it's always a little bit. And above that, I'm going to, at the proper depth, stick the indicator. Now, the nice thing about running these little heavy indicators, I can bend up to them, and I can kind of help. In the indicator, can kind of stop the bend, keep the fly on track while it's drifting. So we're going to give this a shot. My concern with this large white thing is castability with this rod, but this is a pretty fast action 3-weight, and it's a casting machine, so hopefully it'll work out. We're going to give it a try. We're going to start working down. There's a cut down through here where the fish like to sit. We're going to work that cut and see what we can come up with. Generally, I guesstimate the depth of the water in this particular piece of water. I go depth plus about 20%, so about depth and a quarter is usually what I find that works good. So we're going to work this run, see if we can pull some up. Sometimes I'll run a dropper with a midge, but right now I think it's just going to be a scud game, even though there's a lot of midges around, and see what I can do. One of the things I have learned on this creek is they're always going to eat midges. So let's see if we can catch a fish. Editing note. I think I said they'll always eat midges here. Yeah, they will, but what I meant to say is they'll always eat scuds here. Doesn't matter what's going on, you can always count on catching a few fish on scuds. So yeah, I misspoke. There we go. One thing for certain about these fish down here is they are strong for their size. Yeah, I'm using a free weight, so it's a little sporting, but these fish really put up a good fight for their size. And I think I got a better than average fish on it. Come on. Oh, I got a way better than average fish on it. Fun with long leaders. Come here. Come here. I went to the 4 Scoops netting school. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's gonna make you famous. And there we go. And quick little look. Nice classic Springbrook off the scud. Let's get him back. Beautiful fish. Oh. Come here. There we go. That one netted a little easier. Once again, quick little look. An exceptional Spring Creek brown. With undue ceremony, let's get him back in the water. There. Didn't want to walk down. I don't have a camera guy with me, so I just didn't want to take the time to get him back in the water. Looks like we're into a little bit better batch of fish. The action's kind of we're having to grind at it, but that's not unusual when you have a larger class fish in there. Usually there's fewer fish in a run because they pushed all the little guys out, but we get a nice high quality fish. The other thing is scuds have a tendency to really make these fish grow fast. It's a high protein diet. It's a very good fish food. And when you have a watershed or a trout stream that has a lot of scuds in it, you're going to have a high growth rate, and you're going to have very strong and larger, usually larger than average fish for the water size. So scuds are an excellent fish source, or fish food source. That was a softie. Not as big as the rest, but see ya. The presentation that you're seeing me use is the quartering. I'm casting quartering upstream, working the indicator, obviously mending the line, trying to maintain as clean of a dead drift as I can until the quarter downstream position. There I might let the fly swing a little bit once in a while because sometimes I'll lead it on the swing. And combing the water, working inside, further out, and combing it back and forth, and just changing the angles and where I'm dropping it and mixing up. But I do that up and across to cast down to the down and across because I don't want to get into the main run on this particular piece of water. Obviously, one creek you might do just get right out in the middle of it and cast straight up and fish down to you. But here you don't want to do it because you're literally going to be standing where the fish are, and if you get in there, you're going to blow it out, and yeah, those fish are just going to be gone. It's not going to work. So it's better to stay back off to the side, do a quartering up and quarter down style presentation. It works good for this particular piece of water. So your presentations might vary a little bit depending on the water that you happen to be fishing. But here, that quarter up to the quarter down presentation is what works best. Leaper. Well, undo ceremony. See you later, buddy. That was an active one. Well, I think I'm going to close this video out. You can see the techniques that I use for fishing scuds in a spring creek. And I hope you found the this video helpful and a few tips in it. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch more tip videos and stuff like this all summer, so hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and in the comments if there's something you'd like to see for a fishing tip, trout fishing tip or anything like that, put it down in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you. Until then, see you on the water, folks. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.